All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Justin Clark here. We are going to take a look at these crypto markets and see what the heck is going on today. As you come on here, let me know who you are, where you're tuning in from. And if you have any questions, of course, you can post those live in the chat. And lastly, if you want to get market analysis like this pretty much on the daily, you can just go ahead and follow me on Facebook or x.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Not a beer. Too early for that. It's kombucha. Health aid. Kombucha. All right. Anyway, we are going to look at what's going on and see if we can get an idea of what's potentially, could happen here with these markets. And in order to do that, we're going to look at a chart setup called the MA momentum. It stands for moving average momentum chart setup. Good afternoon, Dean. And if you are a member of iCoinPro, let me go ahead and share my screen and I'll show you where you can learn about this chart setup just really quickly here. All right. Go into my iCoinPro trading and then search down to Micro Profit System Part 3, hit go, and it's right there, MA Momentum. You can learn that or do that training at any time during your 1-week course to learn how to use the system. It's kind of a standalone training, so you can definitely do that. All right, now we're looking at our trading software. We built this from the ground up to trade our strategy. It's called the iCoinPro Trading Portal. And to get the MA Momentum chart layout, you go ahead and hit Load Chart Setup, and then click on MA Momentum, okay? Or Load Chart Layout, excuse me. And then click on MA Momentum, and that's going to bring that up. So let's take a look at this chart. For the noobs, these red and green things are called candles. They show what's happening with the price of the asset you're looking at. In this case, it's Bitcoin. We're looking at 1-day candles on this chart, okay? These lines here, this purple, maroon, yellow, light purple, etc. These are moving averages. They show areas of potential support or resistance. Awesome. Good, man. Good to hear, Dean. You've been doing great, so just keep it up. Hey, welcome. Good morning. Anyway, with these lines show support or resistance potential. You can see how the price interacts. It comes down, hits it, goes up. Hits this one, comes back down, plays around with that one, comes back down. So they're good for, kind of evaluating what's going on overall. This shaded area is called a Bollinger Band. This blue line is a trend line, which is the big boogeyman for crypto right now. Need to get over that trend line in order for the market to potentially start moving higher. All right, and a quick thing about this chart, which makes it so cool, is when the price action is primarily trading above all of these moving averages. In particular, it starts trading above this light blue or light purple moving average. That means that we are potentially in a bullish market and almost definitely not in a bearish market. All right. On the flip side, when we start trading below all of these moving averages, in particular getting stuck below this light purple moving average, that means that we are potentially in a bearish market and almost definitely not in a bullish market. So where are we right now? Who knows? We're in between. The spaghetti noodles are getting all tangled up. We obviously had a big drop and set a lower low, which is not good. Nobody's going to be excited about that. We got to see what kind of structure this market wants to build. We might be doing this. I'll put a line on here. The bulls are going to hope we're doing this. And if those people who know trading, they know what I'm drawing on here. The bulls are going to hope we're doing this, which is a falling wedge. Okay. That's a bullish formation. And it means that it's going to go down. This is all potential. I am not giving any investment advice. Hey, Miss Amanda, welcome. Glad to have you here. So bulls are going to hope that this is happening, which it could be. And a falling wedge is a bullish formation. The asset will trade in between and then break out powerfully north if that's what it's going to do. So anyway, we just got to see. I mean, none of us really know. Right now, we're starting to trade, lower. We're trying to hang on to this this purple moving average, which is really the last line of defense of the bull market. It's the SMMA 150. It's the smooth moving average 150. So we're just going to have to see if we hang on. All right. And if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. So we'll have to see. But we're getting a little bounce off of this since yesterday. The whole thing is momentum. Like, man, the more that we go down unexpectedly and follow this downtrend, the more worried and anxious the market gets. It's already worried and anxious. There's blood in the waters. Okay. So we're down now, let's say 30% off of the high, and the altcoins are worse. So, people are worried that this was a buy the rumor, sell the news type event. Now, the whole crypto summit thing happened and the market just sold the heck off. And they're partially disappointed because I believe they feel like, oh, we thought the US government was going to come in with trillions of dollars and pump our bags and start buying Bitcoin, which is not going to happen now. At least not in that way. I mean, something could change. We'll see. But right now, we're just downtrending. And until that changes, that's what we're doing. So here are the key areas to hold on to. Now it's 76,000 is the bottom. So 75, 76 is the next bottom area. On the upside, we've got to reclaim about 85,000, start trading above that. 85, 86,000 and stay trading above that. That would be good. You can see this light purple moving average. We're kind of starting to get stuck below that. We're stuck below this one. We tried to overcome the MA 200 here and could not, got rejected. So, this is a market trying to figure out where its support is and if there is support here, or, if we lose this and keep moving down, it's just like, it can be a while till it finds a new bottoming area where it wants to build up momentum and trade sideways for a while. So for us, though, this is great. Lots of great trading and movement and all that sort of good stuff. Okay, so that's kind of the areas. It's definitely 75, 76K. On the upside, 85, 86. So we got to get, trading above or below. Well, if we lose 75, 76, we've got trouble, because now the bulls won't even have their falling wedge. It would just, that would break down. That wouldn't be awesome. All right, we're going to look at the longs and shorts. And a long is somebody who's betting Bitcoin's going up. A short is somebody who's betting Bitcoin's going down. A long makes money when the Bitcoin does go up. A short makes money when Bitcoin does go down. So we're still pretty high on the longs, a little overconfident. The price, listen, we could be building up to a selling crescendo here, meaning a large amount of selling. If the price keeps slipping lower and lower and lower, and these longs just keep piling in, eventually it just is like a balloon that's expanding, and something's going to pop it. You'll hit a magic price, and all of a sudden, all these people who are betting Bitcoin's going up start to get liquidated en masse, and it just creates a cascading sell-off, and it can cause a much more dramatic drop, like here that happened back March. The historical one is back in March of 2020. This one, where Bitcoin, this was called a long squeeze. Bitcoin dumped 52%. I mean, the altcoins all dumped, but then that was the start of the bull run. So interestingly enough, So we're just going to have to see what happens here, but that potential for that long squeeze or that bigger drop is still in the waters. We haven't even gotten it yet, even with this downward movement. The market's still snatching it up and, thinking we're going up and longing and longing and longing on top of longs. So we'll just have to see what happens there. But we got to keep, checking in on this and these longs and seeing what's looking like it's going to happen. All right. So with all of that said, what's hot and what's not to trade right now? So let's take a look at what's going on here. Wow. Rare is raring to go. Rare is building volume, 57 million of volume. I'm loving this. It is cycling here. We got a little bit of a trend line going on here. Again, none of this is investment advice, but this is just the trend line that it's going to need to overcome. And we've got a bottom trend line that it's also forming. So traders are trading this pennant. And because it's in an uptrend, maybe they're thinking it's going to break out north, and it could, or it might not. So we're right at a critical point. If we break down from here, we could see some, sellers start to show up. We'll just have to see, but definitely the volume is looking good. The movement's looking good. So this is one I'm definitely keeping at the top of my list right now. The interest is staying up. B3 is definitely next. Just did a nice little 7% trade there. Here's another one with a 17%. Okay, so we've got Rare, B3, and Bonk. I haven't even thought about Bonk in so long. Bonk recovered 15%. This was an 8% trade. Let's see if there's anything that looks a little better with more volume. I know that, let's see, H-bar. Let's see how H-bar did here. Yeah, 5%, 13%. SUI. I'm just going through looking at some of the higher volume ones. That's at 8%. SUI could be kind of good. What did we just do here? A little 4% recovery. XCN is losing volume, but I'll tell you, it was one that was pretty hot for a while. But again, 5% recovery. AAVE, let's look at this one. 10% recovery, 6% recovery there, 4.85%. RNDR, not the highest of volume, but let's say 15% recovery. This trade at a nice 7%. Yeah, what we're going to do, I mean, definitely Rare and B3 are the ones to watch. And then we're just going to let the system find, the trades, okay? And find what's hot and what's not. And that's what our trackers do. This one tracks for when the good coins are dipping. This one tracks when they're blowing up. And then this dump tracker is my favorite. That's when things are dumping big. And one thing I do want to mention is you want to go ahead and make sure you clear out your lists, generally every 24 hours, so that the system will rebuild your watch list with the hottest coins and send you the freshest notifications. All right, that's everything that I've got here. So Rare and B3, and then let's let the system find everything else. Good morning, Mike. Good to have you on here. Awesome. You're rocking Rare. Yeah, Rare's a good one. Yeah, Rare and B3 are definitely two coins I'm going to be watching pretty closely here. Especially with Bitcoin where it is, it's lower-ish. So, I like trading when the markets are lower rather than near the potential top. So that's always good. All right, everybody. Again, if you want to learn how to trade these crazy crypto markets, just do our free boot camp. You can get back with whoever introduced you to iCoinPro or shared this video with you, or send an email to support@icoinpro.com and they'll hook you up with a free boot camp. And if you want to get market analysis like this pretty much on the daily, follow me on Facebook or x.com or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's keep a close eye on those longs. And if the price starts slipping lower, make sure we're keeping up with that and seeing if they're, potentially if they keep going higher, at some point there's a magic number and it's going to start liquidating people, and it could get ugly and fun to trade. So, all right, everybody, have a great day, and yeah, let's see what happens today in these crazy crypto markets. Bye bye, everybody.